Rooftop Sports welcomes you to a special presentation of the National Football League. And good evening, everyone. This is the Rooftop Sports, and welcome to Monday Night Football, where it is between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. And not only am I covering the Seahawks and Eagles game, I also got a fantasy football game to watch. And also, we've got Rooftop Korean, that's myself, and Fan Price. This is the quarterfinal matchup. And today is actually going to be decided on who is going to win because I have DK Metcalf. He has A.J. Brown. So I can say this. I really messed up because here's what happened. I benched Deontay Johnson for Najee Harris. And had I put in Deontay Johnson, there's a really good chance that I would have won this game. But now it lies on Geno Smith and DK Metcalf to go up against Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown. And in case you haven't noticed, there was actually a chance that Jalen Hurts was actually not going to play at all, along with Geno Smith, but both of them have decided to play. So this is going to be a big game for both teams as the Eagles, they are trying to fight their way into the top seed, while the Seahawks, they're just trying to fight for their playoff lives. And let's take a look at the NFL playoff standings as we stand, because now it's getting close to the playoffs. Now everything matters, where there is really no room for error. All right, here is the playoff picture. As we look at it now, in the NFC, as of now, we've got the San Francisco 49ers at number 1, Philadelphia Eagles number 2. And then at number 3, we got the Dallas Cowboys. Number 3 is the Detroit Lions, then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Minnesota Vikings, and the Rams at 7. In the hunt, we've got the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Everyone's at 7-7, so the Seahawks themselves, they have to be at 7-7 to even have anything of a remote chance to make it to the playoffs. Teams that have been eliminated, New England Patriots have been eliminated along with the Jets. Wow, the Jets are out too. The Tennessee Titans, the Washington Commanders, Arizona Cardinals, and the Carolina Panthers, they are now out. But the Seahawks, they are very much alive in this. They are very much alive. So hopefully the Seahawks can come away with a victory, but deep down, I kind of want the team to tank. Now, Animal Sanctuary, how's it going? All going good. Hoping for a Seahawks victory, but the dark part of me wants the Seahawks to just throw the season because I want Jaden Daniels as our new quarterback. What a shocker the Panthers are out. I mean, yeah, they're a completely dysfunctional team. And the worst part of this whole thing was when that they traded up to get Bryce Young when they didn't have the number 1 pick. But now, even with Bryce Young, they can't get anything done right. And on to the game today, we've got Joe Buck and Troy Aikman covering the game. As long as myself, I am covering the game as well. So this is going to be a very intense game. I don't know if it's going to be intense, but for me it is because I have a fantasy football match to win. And I need DK Metcalf to really play his lights out, which I don't think he's going to. And they are already looking at the playoffs. Cowboys have already clinched, along with the Eagles have already clinched, and the San Francisco 49ers have also clinched. They've already clinched the division. And now it's just a matter of, I just think Bryce's team is a bad team around him. Yeah, he has an absolutely horrendous of a team. And now let's take a look at, well, first I got to get the banners going. There it is. Subscribe and donate to the channel when you get the opportunity. Goal is 50 today, so let's make it happen. Or join my membership where it's $5 a month. You'll have access to all these emojis, and I will show you the emojis that I made myself. This is when Seahawks are winning, and this is when that's the Mariners are winning face. This is the face palm when they're losing, and there is also a face palm when Seahawks are losing. So you'll get a chance to use those emojis as part of as a member. So join that membership of $5. Sorry, but I am rooting for the Eagles because if the Seahawks lose, we make the playoffs. So it looks like you're an Eagles guy, aren't you? Are you an Eagles fan? Or no, I think you're a Lions fan. I'm trying to remember which one you were, but it's about making the playoffs. I mean, I'm not offended. Like, honestly, I am perfectly fine if the Seahawks lose for the rest of the season, so that way the Seahawks can get a higher draft pick because they can still. Yeah, you're a Lions fan. But yeah, I am perfectly fine with the Seahawks losing for the rest of the season to make them 6-12, which means they'll be somewhat in contention for a 5th pick. And I want at least a top 5 pick so we can get Jaden Daniels. And let's take a look at I want to take a look at the draft order. Mock draft 2024. As number 1 pick, Chicago Bears, they are projected to pick Caleb Williams because I guess they don't think that Justin Fields is the guy to lead the show. I never thought Justin Fields was that guy either. So I think maybe they'll move on from him, but who knows? Number 2, Drake May of North Carolina. Number 3 is Marvin Harrison Jr. I wonder if that's Marvin Harrison's son. I'm going to take a look and see if that is Marvin Harrison's son. Oh, wow. His father is the great Marvin Harrison. And now we're taking a look at number 4, J.C. Latham, offensive line. Redskins have major blocking issues. Yeah. Number 5 is Chicago Bears. They have another pick. Wow. And number 6 is Jaden Daniels. Raiders have benched Jimmy Garoppolo, while Aiden O'Connell doesn't appear to be a long-term answer. I guess so. But I think Jaden Daniels, hopefully the Seahawks can get to that position. Personally, I don't think that Jaden Daniels deserves a Heisman, but because he played some bad teams. Okay. Well, who else do you think should have won? Do you think it should have been Michael Penix or anyone else? And it looks like we are getting ready for some football. So football's going to start, and don't forget, it's going to start in 7 minutes. So in my keys to the game, Seahawks are going to have to find a way to not only get to Jalen Hurts, but they are also going to have to find a way to stop A.J. Brown. And not only because he's playing on the fantasy team against the fantasy team I'm playing, but also they have to find a way to stop the passing game, which Jalen Hurts, he is one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And the Eagles are trying to crawl their way back to the Super Bowl, as they did lose the last Super Bowl. But yes, Jalen Hurts, there was speculation that he wasn't going to play, and it would have been Marcus Mariota, but it looks like he is showing up to play, and you can see him walking in with those Beats headphones, which personally, I'm not a Beats guy, so I don't like Beats headphones, but it's whatever. I'm a Bose guy, and I'm rocking in these Bose headphones right now. But yeah, Jalen Hurts, he missed practice on Saturday with an illness, but he is going to be ready to go, and he's got to win a very crucial game to keep the Eagles alive for the top seed in the NFC, especially if they don't want to play in San Francisco on the road. Yeah, they're doing the lineups right now. And in case you haven't done so, hit that subscribe button and donate to the channel as well. And it looks like they're doing the lineup for defenses. I want to see if... Yep, they're just doing that. And while there's commercial break going on, I guess I'm going to do one myself. And here is the commercial.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
In case you need those services, give this number a call at 206-992-4465, 206-992-4465, and here's the promo code Modern Rooftop to get 20% off of your first use. And it looks like they are in commercial break right now. And the other thing I got to mention was Geno Smith. He was also having some injury problems, but it says that he's going to play after speculations that Drew Lock was going to be the quarterback. And on a winning perspective, thank God Drew Lock is not playing because he is absolutely an atrocious quarterback. I got to take a look and see what their stats are. Seahawks 2023. And here are the quarterbacks. In 12 games for Geno Smith, he is now 6-6. He has 18 passing yards on 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So he's getting close to that 10 mark. While Drew Lock, 335 yards in his one start, well, combined with his Rams game, 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. No, he's not. No. He is not the future for the Seattle Seahawks. Not one bit. Not even close. And let's go to the mock drafts, shall we? Just because I feel like it. But yeah, number 6 will be Jaden Daniels. Number 7 would be the New York Jets to get an offensive lineman, which they really could use to protect Aaron Rodgers in case he's there for next year. Number 8 would be the New York Giants for Malik Neighbors. Titans are at number 9, offensive tackle for Georgia. Chargers would get Nate Wiggins. Atlanta Falcons, J.J. McCarthy of Michigan. He's an accurate quarterback with a solid arm and mobility. I wonder where... Let's take a look at the quarterbacks based on where they are valued. Doesn't really let me do it by position, though. I'm going to look at Bo Nix. Nope, Bo Nix is not even valued in the first round. Bo Nix is a second rounder. It says that it's unclear what will happen to Kirk Cousins if the Minnesota Vikings were to get him. But here's a quarterback for the future. Bo Nix has a solid arm and scrambling ability. So maybe he could be more of that Russell Wilson, which I do think that he would fit that offense. Do you think the Chiefs should bench Kadarius Toney? I'm not really sure. JJ is goated. That's my quarterback right there. JJ the GOAT. Go blue. Oh, I guess you're a North Carolina guy, huh? No, Drake May. Well, who's the JJ guy? JJ McCarthy, that's right, of Michigan. Oh, of course, Michigan. Yeah, you know, at some point, when the Huskies get to the Big Ten, they are going to face reality check, for sure. I would never take the kid from Michigan. They had a game where he didn't throw a second half pass. Wow. I mean, isn't that more of the Jim Harbaugh way? And looks like Golden Tate of the Seattle Seahawks. Interesting choice. He is going to be raising the 12th man flag, it looks like. He was part of the Seattle Seahawks in the Super Bowl run, and there was a rumor that he screwed Russell Wilson's ex-wife. but nothing confirmed on that one. But good to see a good relationship happening with Golden Tate. I remember how much Seahawks fans hated him after he left. I didn't hate him. I defended him for leaving. Yep, it was part of that Hail Mary. That's what Golden Tate is most famous for, is that Fail Mary, actually. And now here is the kick. The Seahawks looks like they won They won and they deferred, but wow, lousy kick by Jason Myers. Oh, and a big hit. And this game is underway. Basically got to a touchback. And now here is Jalen Hurts. And for the first play, that is brought to you by Modern Exterior Solutions. At some point, I'm definitely going to try to cold call a lot of these potential sponsor prospects and see if they would like to sponsor anything of my channel. So hopefully it can get somewhere. Jalen Hurts is zero offensive TDs for the first time in Jalen Hurts' start for the Eagles. And now here's Jalen Hurts. And now he's going to hand the ball off. No, he's taking it for himself, and he is still running. He's still going, and that's already up to the 40, 15 yards for Jalen Hurts and a big run. Already a first down for the Eagles, and this game has pretty much it's been on the way. And I will toggle between those two scoreboards that you see right there between the Eagles game and my fantasy football game. Just remember, it's also DK Metcalf against AJ Brown. And now anytime it goes to AJ Brown, I'm going to be so upset. Well, Animal Sanctuary, now you know why you stream into mine, so you can stay up to date on this game. I appreciate you up to this. And now here's Jalen Hurts, gives it to pass number 0. He's going to run, and they're still getting gainage on that one. And that's going to be a second down right there. And defensive coordinator Clint Hurt, he's been facing criticism by Seahawks fans. I don't think he is the answer. I think the Seahawks are going to have to eventually find the defensive coordinator. And I do think Brian Flores would be an excellent choice because he is good with the defense. Bobby Wagner is being shown that he is the captain of the team. He was on the Rams last year, but came back to the Seahawks hoping for a run for the Super Bowl. And now here is the handoff, and he slips and falls, and that's going to be a loss on that one. That's going to be about a 3rd down and 10. You don't even have TV coverage, huh? Well, you have me to cover the game. It's 0-0 so far here in the first quarter. And this game just started. Eagles got the ball first. And it's going to be a 3rd and 9. Seahawks have to get this stop to slow down this Eagles offense. He's got plenty of time to throw, and he's going to throw, and that's going to be caught by number 88, and that's going to be a first down, easy first down. Jalen Hurts had so much time to pass, and now he gets a first down. I wish you weren't so broke so I could donate. Yeah, well, if you can't donate, you don't. You can't donate. And this show is not about getting donations. This show is about providing value for all of you. So if you don't have the money, and you don't want to do cable or radio, I'm here for you. Now here's Jalen Hurts, number 88. Guy got in the way, but he still gets yards out of it, and that's going to be a second down and some gainage. I'm going to try to lower this. Nope, won't let me. I think that's the lowest it can go, unfortunately. And now here is a 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. And just don't forget, Seahawks have been undefeated against the Eagles for over a decade, but I expect that one to break because the Eagles are definitely the far superior team over the Seahawks. We're looking at 2nd and 5. It looks like there are some conversations going on. Looks like someone's face mask got a little bit broken. So now they got to fix it for number 69. Looks like he's the offensive lineman. He just got a new helmet. And WT, this is where I'm here for. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 5 for Jalen Hurts. 2nd and 5 in the Seahawks territory. Here is the pass, and that is caught, and nothing doing. And that was intended for Smith. How's it going, Chris? Thank you for joining the show. 3rd and 6, and looks like we got some man hobbling as he was taken down. And note that Devon Witherspoon is not playing today. It looks like he is not playing today at all. Third and 6. And looks like we got a timeout called by the Eagles. Devon Witherspoon is out, unfortunately. Fingers crossed for some illness turnovers from Jalen. Go Hawks. Hopefully. Yeah, without Woolen and Spoon, I don't know if the Seahawks can really do anything. And I mean, they're lucky that Jalen Hurts hasn't really gotten much of passing at all right now. And the scores, I'm down by exactly 2 points. I just need DK Metcalf to outscore AJ Brown for my fantasy football team. And now here is a 3rd and 6. Here's Jalen Hurts. He's got all the protection in the world, and that is caught, and some more. And that is caught by AJ Brown, and he's going to get some more points out of that. He just got a couple points. Yep, 123.2 to 119.1. And that's going to be another first down. In this offense, they are already carving up the Seahawks secondary. I mean, when you give Jalen Hurts that much time, he is going to find someone open. And Jalen Hurts, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, easily so. And now here is the handoff, and they're getting yards on this, man. I really hope the Seahawks really do respond to this, because I don't think the Seahawks are up for this at all. You have a broken Geno Smith. Offense is just not in sync. Defense is awful. Coaching's being out-coached all the time. Don't have an offensive coordinator. Don't have a defensive coordinator. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 5. And now here is the handoff to the running back to number 14. And he is still running, and he gets another first down. The Eagles are getting first downs left and right. I'm really sorry, Cowboys fans, but I really don't expect anything to happen for the Seahawks in a positive way. And there's Clint Hurt, and I don't think he's going to have a job. I don't know. Pete Carroll tends to be lenient about this. Now here is a 1st and 10. And now here's Jalen Hurts. He gives it to himself. He tosses it to number 88. They get a little gain on that. So I think that's going to be a 2nd and 9. And we are close to the goal. We're at the red zone right now for the Philadelphia Eagles. Seahawks don't have a secondary since Woolen is out and Witherspoon is out. So that's not going to help the cause at all. Jalen Hurts, he kept it to himself originally, tried to give it to his tight end, number 88, but did not work out on that play. You just got to find a way to get to Jalen Hurts. That's going to be the key of this game, but we don't really have the defensive personnel to get to him. Leonard Williams hasn't really done much for the Seahawks at all this season since that trade. And here is a 2nd and 9. It looks like there's a blitz coming, and there's number 0. He still gets it, and he still gets gainage on that. And that's going to be about a 2nd and a 3rd and 2. We got 3rd down. If the Seahawks can just get a stop and force the field goal, this would be an absolute win. It's still 0-0. Hopefully Jalen Hurts does not pass it over to A.J. Brown. That would not be ideal. 5 for 5 is Jalen Hurts. He has 39 yards on the 13 rushing yards as well. He's been running pretty good. And now here is the 3rd and 3. Got A.J. Brown. He is along with the offensive lineman. And now here is the handoff to the running back, and he gets right through, and that's going to be a first down. And we're looking at a 1st and goal. And the Eagles offense, they are just absolutely abusing the Seahawks defense. I mean, what's a Seahawks defense, to be honest with you? There is none. First and goal. Just as long as you don't give it to A.J. Brown, I will be happy. 12 plays, 71 yards in 7 minutes. And now here is the handoff, and 14 goes down. At least the Seahawks running game is, well, not as bad as passing defense, but it's not saying that much at all. That's like saying the crap that I took last night was better than the crap that I took the night before. We're looking at a second and goal. Bobby Wagner's not happy right now. I wouldn't be happy. 0 offensive TDs for the first time since Jalen Hurts' start. So that was last week against the Eagles. And now we're looking at a second and goal. And now here's the handoff to the running back. And that's going to be, he's going to be bottled up and down. That's going to be a third down tackle done by Love. His helmet says, choose Love. I'm sure he gave him some love on that tackle. And now we're looking at a third and goal. My prediction is Jalen Hurts is going to pass this one. And hopefully it doesn't go to A.J. Brown. If he goes to A.J. Brown, I'm in trouble for my fantasy team. And let's take a look. And I'm going to share that part of it this time. 123.2 to 119.1. And now here is a third and goal. He is definitely going to pass. And now here's Jalen Hurts. He's got to keep it to himself. And he is going to swoop in right in for the touchdown. And Jalen Hurts puts the Eagles on the board, and they are up 6-0, pending the PAT. That will make it 7-0. Jalen Hurts was nearly untouched into the end zone, and now the Eagles have put themselves on the board. As they're showing the replay, Jalen Hurts, he kept it to himself. He has really good legs, and he broke that plane in for the touchdown. And now they're doing a replay to see if he even did get through. And looks like his knee did touch down. So I don't know if they're going to, I think this may actually, maybe this will be called back. They are reviewing the play. No, I think they're going to still give it to him. Yep, they're going to give it to him because no one touched him when his knee was down. So Jalen Hurts is in the clear. And now here is the kick, and that is good. And the Philadelphia Eagles get on the board as it's 7-0 against the Seattle Seahawks. And hopefully the Seahawks, they'll get their opportunity to respond to this. But I have my doubts. I expect the Seahawks to absolutely get obliterated by the Eagles. It's like, why even show up? If I'm the Seahawks, organizationally, I would have just tanked, just throw the season, because there's just no point in dangling into the playoffs just to get spanked in the first round. You're going to be playing the likes of the Eagles, the 49ers. Like, do you really find any reason to make the playoffs? Like, what is it going to be? Just pride? I'd rather just take one step back to take 2 steps forward to get a better quarterback. Although, yes, there are a lot of problems like offensive line, but I don't think, you can give Geno Smith all the protection he wants, but he's still not the guy to get it done in the fourth quarter. And we got Burger King commercials happening. And yeah, sounds about right. And yep, got this already. Jalen Hurts, 26 minutes in of my show, and he gets a touchdown. And yeah, you're talking about Lane Johnson getting away with that false starting play. Yeah, the false start. But yeah, no flag on that one, unfortunately. So, and I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I think I'm going to start eating some food while commercial break is going on. Don't want to be too cranky when the Seahawks get absolutely just spanked by the Eagles, which is pretty much already going to happen at this point. Got some jerky for my dinner. Have some eggs in there, and well, it's as healthy as it gets. Look at that. Now here's DJ Dallas. He's going to be retrieving. Sometimes I think that Jackson Smith and Jigba should give it a shot for kick return. And that's going to go all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And now here is Drew Lock. So Geno Smith is not starting. I thought Geno Smith was starting. Let me check the Twitters. They say that Geno Smith is active, but looks like they're going to give Drew Lock the opportunity. Says he's active, available, but looks like he's injured because of that groin against the 49ers. But Drew Lock is on, and I don't feel good about this. And here is Drew Lock on a 1st and 10. Just give it to DK Metcalf. They're trying to, and then, yep, that's going to be a false start on the Seahawks. Good job, Drew Lock. Dumbass. Number 9, they're saying. 89, that's Will Dissly, who got called. And it's amazing that he has still been playing throughout this entire season healthy. Usually he is just gone by the end of the season. And we're looking at 1st and 15 for Drew Lock. 6:31 left in the quarter. Seahawks have more penalty yards than any opponent in the last 7 straight games. Now here's Drew Lock going to pass. He's getting overwhelmed already. Gives it to Kenneth Walker. Gets a little bit of gain. Only going to be about 2 yards. And that's going to be a 2nd and 13. Just need Drew Lock to just give it to DK Metcalf. Just pass it to DK every single time. Got DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. And looks like an audible. Drew Lock is trying to change things up. And now here is a 2nd and 12. And he gives it to Kenneth Walker. And that's going to be at least a few yards. I think that's going to be about a 3rd and 9 or a 3rd and 10. 3rd down with 5 minutes and 44 seconds left in the quarter. Play caller is Matt Patricia, former coach of the New England Patriots and former head coach of the has been muted. And now here is a 3rd and 9. Now here is Drew Lock. He's looking to pass, got some time, and that gets a DK Metcalf, but that's not going to be a 1st down. At least it gets me a point in fantasy football, so that's going to be 1 point. So 120 to 123, but the Seahawks are going to be forced to punt. As, man, if I'm the Seahawks fans, I would just boo the living crap out of them. What an absolute disappointment. And now we're looking at a 4th and 1. And now here's Michael Dixon. And that's going to go all the way, fair catch, all the way to about the 12. So a good punt by Michael Dixon. But here comes Jalen Hurts, who's probably going to hurt the Seahawks, as if he has already have. I'm going to look at Jalen Hurts' numbers from last year. Eagles were 14-3 last season. Jalen Hurts went 14-1, had 3,700 passing yards, along with 22 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. This season, 31-92, 19 touchdowns, and 10 interceptions. So definitely not as good as he was last year, but he's still one of the tops in the league. In terms of his running for Jalen Hurts, he was in 2021, 784 and 760, and now 460 in the rushing. Jalen Hurts was a second-round pick by the Eagles in the 2020 NFL draft. I wonder what the Eagles were up to. I think that was when Carson Wentz was pretty much on his way out of the team. That's when Doug Peterson was the coach, and then he got fired after that season. Now he's in Jacksonville, 8-6. Carson Wentz was 3-8-1, and then they let Jalen Hurts do it, and then he pretty much took it to the next level. He pretty much took them back where they needed to be. And now we are back from the break. 7-0 Eagles so far. They have the ball as the Seahawks failed to get any offense going. Didn't even get a first down. I think I got a total of 12 yards out of that? 14 yards? Pathetic. And now here's a 1st and 10 for Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles. And he hands it off to his running back, and he's going to get a breakaway. Nearly did. Got at least 5 yards on that. Just please don't give it to... A.J. Brown. Just please. Just don't pass to A.J. Brown, and I'll be okay. And Drew Lock, just keep passing to DK Metcalf. Jalen Hurts, he ran it all the way to the end zone. They're showing the replay. 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. And now here is a big pass, and that is way incomplete. A little bit off miscommunication right there. And that's how close my score is for fantasy football. 123.2, nearly 121. So I'm really just down 2 realistically. And now here is a 3rd and 5. Hopefully the Eagles the Seahawks can get a stop out of this one. And that should be a delay of game. Yep, delay of game on the offense. Or it could be a false start. Yeah, it's a false start on Jalen Hurts. Now we got a 3rd and 10 for the Eagles. 3:47 left in this quarter. 3rd and 10. It was a 3rd and 5. So this will be very advantageous. Jalen Hurts is absolutely going to pass on this one. I would expect him to. Now he's got someone right next to him, and here is Jalen Hurts. He's got some time to pass, and that's going to be incomplete. And the Eagles are going to be forced to punt. And thank you. That means no points for A.J. Brown. Decent defensive coverage. It was a missed passing by Jalen Hurts. Maybe it has something to do with his little bit of a flu or whatever he's having right now. And now here is Braden Mann. DJ Dallas is the punt returner. And let's see how this goes. And that is going to be the kick. Nowhere near blocked. And here's DJ Dallas. He's just going to let that bounce. And he's going to let the Eagles touch the ball. And there it is. 3:29 left. Seahawks now have the ball. They are starting in their own territory below the 30. And now I got to show my commercial because I just got to eat something.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And if you want those services, give this call number 206-992-4465 and use the use the code Modern Rooftop to get 20% off of your first use for that project. And it looks like it's still on commercial break. I'm going to eat an egg if you don't mind, or part of my salad. College football semifinals is on the way. I'm going to be covering the UW game, that's for sure. And they're still advertising Madden up to 50% off. Yo, yeah, because the football season's almost over. No wonder it's 50% off. Not much of a deal right there, as I must say. My friend just texted me this. It's not about what I want, it's not about what I want, it's about what's possible. I've said repeatedly, tanking for a draft pick you can never get is foolish. Fans like to rip them a new one every step of the way. And now here is a 1st and 10 for Drew Lock. And 10 seconds left in the play clock. Jackson Smith and Jigbo with the motion. Oh, and Kenneth Walker immediately got met and absolutely clobbered. Terrible play call. What was that? And now here's Drew Lock with the pass, and that's going to be caught by number 84. And if you're a Mariners fan, looks like Tom Murphy has signed a 2-year, $8 million contract with a club option for the 3rd year. Mariners easily could have done that. Why didn't they do that? Because they're lazy. And now here is a 3rd and 10. 2:14 left. And now here's Drew Lock. He's got plenty of time to pass. And here is a throw. And that is caught by Tyler Lockett. And that should be a first down. Yes, it's a first down. And when a first down by Drew Lock happens, this is what you're going to get. And now here is a 1st and 10, and he's going to fake the handoff. Drew Lock's got some time, and that's going to be caught by Tyler Lockett. At least going to be another 5 yards on that play. I'm just retweeting that. Thanks, John Stanton, for Tom Murphy being on the Giants. And now here is a 2nd and 5 Third down defense, they have the worst third down defense, but when it's a Seahawks, it literally does not matter. 2nd and 5, gives it to Kenneth Walker, and he nearly gets the breakaway. Maybe he gets the first down on that one. Well, we're going to see where they're going to mark it down. Give it to Zach Charbonnet after this one and just go right through it. 3rd and 1 where it's going to be. .43 seconds left on the play clock. Eagles have 9 sacks on 3rd down, fewest in the NFL. But again, it doesn't matter because it's the Seahawks. They'll make it easy. And it looks like there's a flag on this one. That was a false start on Noah Fant. He should be kicking himself for that. Yep, they got him for that. Even just for moving a little bit. Does not help at all. And now we got a 3rd and 6. Now you got to pass it. Preferably give it to the DK Metcalf. That would help a lot for my fantasy football team. And speak of, I got to show that part. And now here is a 3rd and 6, and that is going to be incomplete. And the Seahawks are now going to be forced to punt. If I were the Seahawks fans, please boo them every step of the way you can. Which they are. It was a terrible throw by Drew Lock. It's like, what are you doing? Could have given it to Charbonnet. He would have at least gotten easy yards on that. It's like, what are you doing? And now we got a 4th and 6. We're going to punt. And here is Dixon. And he is going to punt. Yes, he does. And that's going to go all the way to, where does it go? And he bats it down and nearly suffered a touchback on that one. But I think it's going to be marked because it was a spot. And now we are at the end of the first quarter. The Eagles still lead it 7-0. Would like to eat some food out of this. I'd rather just tank for Jaden Daniels. Still down by 2. So much salad I have to eat because I did not eat healthy at all yesterday. In case you missed it, Rashard Mendenhall said a pretty inappropriate tweet. It says, by Rashard Mendenhall, I am sick of average white guys commenting on football. Y'all not even good at football. Can we please replace the Pro Bowl with an all black versus all white Pro Bowl so these cats can stop trying to teach me who's good at football? I'm better than your GOAT. So are you better than Tom Brady? Pretty dumbass comment if you ask me. Hey, Hannah, how's it going? It looks like there's a flag. It's not always the Heisman winner that brings a club to immediate success. Yeah, you're right. If anything, Heisman is kind of actually could be a curse. So it looks like Seahawks got heavily penalized.
Will enforce the penalty 10 yards at the previous spot. We'll replay fourth down. Since we had the quarter, we will still flip the field.
Still flipping the field, huh?
10-yard penalty. They're going to decide for the re-kick. And they are going to still be facing the way that they will be facing throughout the second quarter. Just to kind of further a storyline, Reek Woolen, who, as we mentioned, was a Pro Bowler a year ago as a rookie, has in essence been benched to start this game. Michael Jackson's been playing a corner. Reek has played a special team snap. He's not hurt, but he was one of the guys that Pete Carroll called out after that loss in San Francisco last week, along with Jamal Adams. Adams is inactive with a knee problem, and Woolen, for now, is on the bench. And he gave up a touchdown last week.
And now here is a 4th and 16. 10 yards was forced on this one. And here it is. And looks like here is a punt, and it's going to be at the 15, and he's going to run, and Eagles actually got at least 10 yards out of it. And is the ball out? Nope, ball's not out. And they have, but it's going to end today. We all know Seahawks don't stand a chance against the Eagles. And Jalen Hurts, if you haven't heard, this is his first ever start against the Seahawks. We are looking at a 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts, as long as he just doesn't pass it to A.J. Brown, I will be happy. And now here's a 1st and 10, and he gives it, and that has been batted, and that is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, where were you? That's right. That's why you don't pass towards A.J. Brown. And that was Burns. He was going for that blitz. He batted the ball. It was intended for A.J. Brown. And luckily, didn't get anything out of that. Rooftop about as tone deaf of a comment as Joey Barton's. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the tweet that I was talking about? And now here is Jalen Hurts. He passes, and that's to A.J. Brown, and that is caught, and that's going to be 2 points for Fan Price. And that is going to be close to a 1st down. I just need DK to just catch like a 90-yard touchdown, and I will probably win this game. I don't know if that's going to happen, though. A.J. Brown looks like, is he shaken up? Who knows? But he is going to the bench. Yep, A.J. Brown's banged up. 3rd and 1. Seahawks absolutely need to get this stop. What are they going to do? And they are sneaking it, and Jalen Hurts gets right over it, and that's going to be a 1st down. 1st and 10, just like that. Eagles have opportunities to keep this going. Most conversions for 1st down in NFL with the push sneak. And now we got a 1st and 10 for Jalen Hurts. He hands it off, and that's going to be about a 4-yard gain. Yeah, that Mendenhall comment was completely just idiotic. White versus blue. Wow. Or white versus black. I mean, that would be interesting, but it's like, why say that? It's pretty, it is a racist comment. Here's 2nd and 6. Got 13 minutes left in the half. And now here is the handoff. And here's Jalen Hurts. Actually, he faked it, and he is going to get a first down. Let's see if it is for sure a first down. Yep, it's a first down. Eagles offense is completely just carving up the Seahawks right now. Seahawks at 6-7. They absolutely have to win. Just the idea that the Seahawks haven't won in almost over a month. And now we're looking at a 1st and 10. Jalen Hurts, 6 of 9 for 48 yards. And now gets the handoff to his running back, and he's going to easily get 5 yards on that. I mean, they're just trying to just get this defense tired. He has gained first downs on 52 rushes, second most in the NFL. He's one of the best in the NFL. 2nd and 6. He's an excellent pocket passer, too. Now here's Jalen Hurts looking to pass, and here is the pass, and that is caught by A.J. Brown. And my team just continues to just get abused in fantasy football. 127.1 to 120.9. It just gets painful and painful as this just keeps going. And now here's a 1st and 10. Hands it off to his running back. Has plenty of open lanes. He is just breaking it. And that's going to be another first down for the Eagles. This is going to be a really long night, isn't it? And that's Jason Kelce right there, brother of Travis Kelce. Both play football. And now here's a 1st and 10. And now here's number 0. And that's going to be about 4 yards. Really got to come up with a big play on this one, because if Seahawks, if they give this up, you might as well just call the game, because when you have Drew Lock, you got no chance. Joey Barton thought it'd be a brilliant idea to say that women are overkill and should not be allowed to attend. What? Okay. All these comments, huh? 2nd and 8. And now here is a fake handoff. Here's Jalen Hurts. He's got plenty of blockage, but that's going to be about a few yards gain. Just the fact that they were giving it to A.J. Brown just hurts. A.J. Brown has 6 points. DK Metcalf has only 1.8. Tony Pollard playing awful really didn't help either, but I also didn't help myself with any fantasy. It's just garbage. And now here is a 3rd and 6. Seahawks really got to get this stopped. Just stopping them to a field goal is a wild success. 3rd and 6. Here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to run, and he gets tackled. Took about a few guys to take him down. Now it's going to be a 4th down, and looks like they're going to be forced to kick the field goal, which will probably make it 10-0. Might as well just already put it on the scoreboard. Fourth and 3. They're showing the Seahawks cheerleader. We got Buddy from Elf, and they're going for it on 4th down, 4th and 3, because they know that the offense of the Seahawks is absolute dog, you know what. And now here's Jalen Hurts with the pass, and that is caught. I mean, it's not like they have much to lose, because Seahawks offense is garbage. They're not going to do anything, so they're going to go on 4th down. It's almost like they know they won this game. They just want to really just make sure that the Seahawks don't stand any bit of a chance. And now here is a 1st and 10 It's like A.J. Brown. He's out there in the wide. And now here's can't get to the running back. And that's going to be not much of a gain on that one. And also, I hate to remind you guys, if you can subscribe to this channel, fantastic. Like this video, fantastic. Donate to this video, fantastic. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 10. That was Kenneth with the run. Second and 10. And now gives it to the running back number 0, and he's just blazing in there. And I think that's going to be a 3rd, and that's going to be a 3rd and inches on that one. The fact that the Eagles went for it on 4th down shows that they are confident Seahawks offense won't do. And we got a false start on the offense. Looks like the ref is trying to help the Seahawks just a little bit. And now we're looking at a 3rd and 6. And now here it is, 3rd and 6, and gives it to the running back, and he gets immediately stopped. And here's the thing. I dare the Eagles to go for it on 4th down. Eagles, go for it on 4th down. I dare you. Yep, just go for it. Because, you know, it's not like Drew Lock's going to do anything anyway, because he's just an absolute useless tool. 4th and 6, they're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to go for the field goal. Not go for it on 4th down, but they're going for the field goal. And, yep, that went right through the uprights. And Eagles now have a 10-0 lead. I am down 7 points in fantasy football. I don't think I stand a chance to win this game at all. My run for the playoffs, my run to the championship just might be at an end, unfortunately.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Almost done with my salad because this game is terrible. Ball control. Eagles with 33 plays. Seahawks with only 9. And I'm telling you, if the Seahawks lose this season, if they lose this game, just tank for the number 1 pick. There's absolutely no point. And then goes all the way to the end zone. So on their own 25. And looks like maybe there are chance of we want Geno. So here's a new thing. Every time Drew Lock gets a first down, I'm going to do a slow clap. Oh, great. Drew Lock is still the quarterback. Put in Geno Smith. 1st and 10 for Drew Lock. And now here is a fake to Kenneth Walker. Here's Drew Lock going for the big pass, and that's going to be incomplete, but looks like there's a pass interference call going against the Eagles. And literally the only way the Seahawks get a first down is to ball was intended for DK Metcalf. Would have been really nice to get him to catch the ball. I just need DK to do something. And now here is a 1st and 10. Here's Drew Lock. Immediately passes to Jackson Smith and Jigba, and immediately gets met and just taken down. Gets at least a couple yards, but nothing much to be excited about at all. Tight end usages. Seahawks have very high tight end usages. They use basically everyone in the tight end. They have 3 tight ends at points. Wow. Here's a 2nd and 7. Gives it to Kenneth Walker, and he gets up there, and that's going to be at least down to the 3rd and the 3. I would say maybe give it to Charbonnet on this one on a short-range run. It's really the only way the Seahawks will have any remote of a chance to win this game. And we're looking at a 3rd and 2. And here's Drew Lock. Tyler Lockett in motion. Maybe Drew Lock's trying to get them to jump. And now here's Kenneth Walker going again, and he'll barely get through there for the first down. And now here's a 1st and 10. It's like, why even try? Drew Lock was a failed quarterback for the Denver Broncos. And now here's Jackson Smith and Jigba on the motion. And now here's Drew Lock looking to pass. And here is the pass. And that is caught by Will Dissly. That's going to be at least 6 yards on that. 2nd down. So Seahawks are kind of somewhat moving the ball. I needed to get to DK Metcalf. That's where the score is at so far. 127 to 121, basically. Down by 6. A touchdown will get me right into it if it goes to DK Metcalf. Here's a 2nd and 5. And now here's Kenneth Walker, and he is going to get a big breakaway, and that's going to be a first down, and they are well into the Eagles' territory. Offense is moving along. Now here's a 1st and 10. In motion, gives it to Kenneth Walker. He's going for the big run. Nope. Doesn't even get a gain on that. Probably lost a yard on that. And now we're looking at 2nd and 10. Drinking some water to wash it down. Yep, there was no gain on that. My best advice to Drew Lock, just give it to DK Metcalf. And now here's the 2nd and 10. Time going down. Here's DK looking towards DK's direction. And Charbonnet does not catch the ball. I thought it was going towards DK's direction. And now it's a 3rd and 10. I mean, you got to get at least a first down because you're... Why are you clapping, Drew Lock? Are you clapping because you're on failure? Because you Yep, I kind of embarrassing. And now here's Drew Lock looking to pass. Here is the big pass, and that is caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba, and that's going to be a first down. And I would do a slow clap. I don't really have much time. I got to recover my game. And there it is. My dream cannot end here. You are right, Hannah. And looks like we are down to the 2-minute warning. And now, of course, we're on commercial break. Talking to the Northwest Sports Fanatics right now. And now we're looking at a 1st and 10, which was a nice pass to Jackson Smith and Jigba. And here's a 1st and 10, gives it to Zach Charbonnet, and he's going to get maybe about 3 yards on that one. Hannah says the dream cannot end here. Yep, I got to complete the dream of doing a repeat off of a 1-6 start, which would be more than magical. And looks like we're back in commercial break again. And looks like we are back from the break, and here we go. I think it's about a 2nd and 6. There's a short Zach Charbonnet run. Just give it to DK Metcalf for you know what's sake. And looks like DK, yep, he's right there, big boy. He's going to play as a kind of a wide, and here's Drew Lock, and here is the pass to DK, and he drops the pass! He's got a hands of stone. Max, you are one lucky man. 3rd and 7. First off, it was a pretty terrible wobbly throw by Drew Lock, and DK just has awful... He just got no hands. Not soft at all. They're just hands of stone. And now it's going to be a 3rd and 7. They really got to get a touchdown on this one. I'm not settling for a field goal. Not that you have a choice or anything. The Seahawks offense is absolutely atrocious. And now here's Drew Lock already being met, and that is going to be caught by Jackson Smith and Jigba, but that's not going to be a first down, so they're going to be forced to kick the field goal. And what do you do if you're Drew Lock? Do you go for it? Absolutely not, because Drew Lock is terrible. If you would like to tank for the first overall pick in the future, get Drew Lock. And now we're looking at 4th and 4. And are they going for it? They're not going for it, are they? You guys are fucking idiots. Don't go for it. Take the 3 points. And now here's a 4th and 4. Just watch this be a complete disaster. I'm just going to laugh at this. 4th and 4. Just take the 3 points. I think just trying to get him to jump. That's what it is. Yep, that's what it was. It was just trying to get them to jump, but they wouldn't bite on it. So yeah, they're going to kick the field goal. So that's what it really was. Tank for Jaden Daniels. And now here is Jason Myers. He is going for the field goal. And here it is. And the kick is up. And it is good. And the Seahawks get on the board. And that will make it 10-3 Eagles. But the Seahawks clearly got a long ways to go. And just for that, here is a token of my gratitude for the field goal. And let's see of a comment that I got. I'm going to talk to Northwest Sports Fanatics. Winston, how's it going? Nope. Yep. 3 points in the first half is not great at all. And now here is the kickoff by Jason Myers. And that's going to go all the way to the end zone. And now here is 1st and 10 for Jalen Hurts. First and 10, and here is Hurts going to pass, and he's going for the big one, and that's going to be caught by number 6, and that is that going to be a first down? Yep, that is a first down. Obviously, what was I even talking about? Oh, this looks like there's a flag. Well, I need A.J. Brown to not do anything, Hannah. I need A.J. Brown to absolutely do nothing. And now here is a first and 10. Now here's Jalen Hurts. Got plenty of time to pass. Now he's going to scramble out, and he's just going to completely throw it away as he was kind of getting overwhelmed by the defensive line. And now here's second and 10. And now here's Jalen Hurts. I saw that false start, and it's been batted down, and that is incomplete. And once again, the refs, looks like they missed that false start. Now here is a third and 10. Here's Jalen Hurts. He's got plenty of time, got all day. And here's the pass, and that is incomplete. Ball intended for A.J. Brown, and looks like the Eagles are going to be forced to punt. And just for you, Seahawks, for your ability Oh, and I did miss somewhat of a return on that punt return. Oopsie. And we got a first and 10. Looks like they're going to do no commercial breaks on this one. Drew Lock, he's got 1:08 left in this half. Charles Woodson's being shown on the camera right now. Yep, I'll clap right for you right now. Yep. I am absolutely humiliating my opponent, so it doesn't matter what he does. Is this going to be like the Rams game where Geno actually can play, but they wait until Locke blows the game to put? That is very much possible. I would not be surprised one bit.
Would you rather have Julio Rodriguez?
And looking at the schedule, Eagles have a very lightweight schedule. 3 games left. They got the Giants, Cardinals. Wow, that's all they got. Seahawks have a very brutalized schedule towards the end, I think. And now here is Drew Lock. It's now 10-3. Here's Drew's got the pass, and he's going to get it to Noah Fant, but he does lose yards after the reception, so that's not going to be good. Second down, I think it's going to be a 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and 4, actually. Wow. And now it's down to 50 seconds. Clock is running. Here's Locke, and here is the pass, and Heath just throws it away. Honestly, I think that should have been an intentional grounding. He was still in the pocket on that one. 3rd and 4, but it does stop the clock. How about this? And I think they're conversing whether that was intentional grounding, and I really do think it was. Drew Lock, if I were you, just get the play going before it's too late. I think they're questioning whether it was. Yep, that's intentional grounding right there. Like, I don't see how that's not intentional grounding. If that's not intentional grounding, then I don't know what is. Yep, that's the flag. Yep, that's 100% intentional grounding. No surprise at all. Loss of down, probably going to be about a 10-second runoff.
No receiver in the area, and that will move the ball back near the 15.
Yeah, now, Drew Lock, if that was Geno Smith. Intentional grounding, offense number 2. 2-yard penalty. It's a loss of down. It's 3rd down. Seattle will call a timeout to avoid a 10-second runoff.
Yep, and you burn a timeout.
If that was Geno Smith with the groin injury and unable to really move, you would understand it. But with Drew Lock, that's one of the things that he does really well is that, he's able to get outside the pocket, and he could have there and gotten rid of it and wouldn't have then been called with the intentional grounding. So that makes it 3rd down to 14. Welcome inside the booth, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and the Seahawks get the ball to start the second half. I'm interested to see how it goes.
And 3rd and 14 is where we're at. Oh, boy. This is not fun to watch at all. I really hope that for the Seahawks' sake, they just put Geno Smith in the second half. I'd rather have an injured Geno Smith. Hey, Chris from Twitter. Looks like you're my first Twitter commenter, and you're just running the ball like you're not even trying. This is just embarrassing to watch. Oh, yeah, it was 100% intentional grounding. Yep. Just take the knee. Don't even try. So it's a guaranteed that Locke stays in. Either Geno has cleared the play or he is not. It says he's cleared the play. He is active, but he's not playing. I would love to see him play, but on a tanking perspective, then you want Drew Lock to play. I'm going to post this on my Facebook. If you would like to tank for the first overall pick for the next season, make sure to get Drew Lock as your starting quarterback. And now here is the punt. And Michael Dixon gets it all the way, and that's a pretty good punt for considering where they were at. But that gives them room to run, and that not going to be much at all. Going to be down to the 30, but considering, although Eagles have no timeouts left, they still have 27 seconds, and when you have Jalen Hurts as the quarterback, and to think that Disney flexed out the Chiefs and Patriots for this, yeah, you're not wrong. $18 straight wins without a repeat champion. 18 straight seasons without a repeat champion. Longest streak by a division in NFL history. So if you can put Geno Smith in, now why wouldn't you have played him in the first half? Because Pete Carroll's an idiot? Sometimes you just got to take the risk. And by playing it safe, well, Drew Lock is not playing it safe. And now here is a 1st and 10. Here is Jalen Hurts. He's going to pass, and he's going for the big one, and that is going to be incomplete. Some may argue for a pass interference, and looks like there is some kind of a conversation was going on, but refs kind of broke that up real quickly. Second and 10. 9 of 16, Jalen Hurts. So he hasn't really gotten much passing done in this half, but a lot of running game has been going on. 2nd and 10. And here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to pass. He's got plenty of time, and looks like he's going to take off. He's going to run. Gets to the 40 almost, and that's going to be 3rd down, but you still got 15 seconds left. I wonder if after you just get a 1st down, I wonder if you're just going to just chuck that ball, go for that Hail Mary, and we'll see what happens on this. 3rd and 4. Third and 4, 15 seconds left. They are still in their own territory. And now here's Jalen Hurts. He's got time to pass. He's got plenty of time, and is he going for the big throw? Nope. And that's going to be, is that caught? And I think that was not caught. That was incomplete. And looks like that's going to just wind it down. Nope, that's not caught at all. That was absolutely incomplete. And now here is a 4th and 4. Jalen Hurts looks like he was going to go for some kind of a Hail Mary pass, but it looks like there's going to be a punt. Seahawks defense kind of held it together. And that's going to go, yep, that's just going to burn the clock right there. And that is going to end the first half. And the Philadelphia Eagles, they now lead this game 10-3. Considering that it's only 10-3, it is a freaking miracle. And if I were the Seahawks, get Geno Smith back in the game. Drew Lock really should not be the quarterback. I don't want him as the quarterback unless you're tanking for the number 1 pick. Drew Lock is your guy. Now, excuse me. I gotta go. I gotta go to the bathroom. So I'm going to play a YouTube video about Mariners ownership just to say how garbage it is. Looking forward to doing this. In the 2023 season, the Seattle Mariners had a division lead thanks to an amazing franchise record, 21 wins in August, and it looked like the Mariners had a really good shot for the playoffs and even a run to the World Series. Unfortunately, the Mariners melted down in September and missed the playoffs by 1 game. Shortly after the Mariners were eliminated, Mariners catcher Cal Raleigh called out the ownership due to their unwillingness to spend money to add to this promising young core to get the Mariners to the World Series championship.
Sometimes you have to go out and you have to buy, and that's just the name of the game. And you look over in the other locker room right there, they've added more than anybody else, and you saw where it got them this year. So
he apologized the very next morning, and personally, I believe John Stanton, the Mariners owner, forced him to do so, or else he could have been traded from the team, which has happened before when Lou Piniella was traded to the Tampa Bay Devil Rays after the 2002 season, and Jeff Nelson was traded to the New York Yankees in 2003, all due to criticizing ownership and upper management. The 2023 season ended with the Texas Rangers winning the World Series, which is run by an ownership that cares about the team and will put together a winning product at any cost. Corey Seager pointed out the great Texas Rangers ownership, which may have been a shot against the Mariners since his brother Kyle Seager played for the Mariners.
Yeah, it just speaks to resilience of this whole team, organization, front office, owners. CY's done a hell of a job of going out and getting guys that we need, and this clubhouse has done a hell of a job of competing all year.
As the offseason went underway, the Mariners instantly did not extend a qualifying offer to Teoscar Hernandez due to the high strikeout numbers of 2023 and a possibility to save the money for free agency. The free agent class consisted of Shohei Ohtani, Blake Snell, and Cody Bellinger. With the window the Mariners have with this young core, this free agency would be very opportunistic and critical for any possibility to compete for the World Series that is way long overdue for the Mariners and the fans. On November 22nd, 2023, the Mariners did the unthinkable by trading away fan favorite Eugenio Suarez to the Arizona Diamondbacks in order to not only cut down on payroll, but to cut down on the strikeouts as well, as he was second in the major leagues with 214. The move seemed bizarre at the time, since Eugenio Suarez was not only one of the respected leaders of the team, but also performed well on the defensive side. Then on December 3rd, 2023, the Mariners traded away Jared Kelenic to the Atlanta Braves in order to shed salary off of Evan White and Marco Gonzalez, which was also met with heavy criticism. Despite the frustrations, maybe the Mariners were cutting payroll in order to add more quality players by trade and free agency, but as of this video, the Mariners still haven't made any serious moves to make up for the losses. On December 2nd, 2023, Shohei Ohtani signed a massive contract with the LA Dodgers after rumors of him maybe going to Toronto reported by John Morosi, and a rumor by a Japanese reporter that the Mariners offered Ohtani a one-year $65 million contract. It was a disappointment that the Mariners didn't even make a serious attempt on Ohtani, and he would have greatly helped the struggling Mariners offense. To make matters worse, the Dodgers and Ohtani agreed to defer majority of his contract, where they would only have to pay $2 million per season until the end of the contract. Personally, this makes me wonder why the Mariners didn't even think of doing a contract like this, where it could have been possible since the Mariners ownership is so obsessed with saving money, and yet didn't even make an attempt to do that. The way the signing happened really does make the Eugenio Suarez trade and the Jared Kelenic trade look even worse, and proves that maybe John Stanton has no desire to even invest little money to compete for the World Series while watching others do that. On top of the Mariners dumping salary and seemed to be inactive in the offseason while watching the Yankees trade for Juan Soto, the Mariners made it even more frustrating for their fans, as they have placed Root Sports as part of the premium package for Xfinity and Fubo TV to make it more costly to watch a team where it's run by ownership that isn't even serious of putting together a winning product, but rather operate as a typical business that just cares about its numbers rather than winning. Until we see the Mariners make any serious moves to put themselves in position to compete for a championship, the future of the Mariners look very uncertain, as we are seeing a repeat of history where the Mariners went cheap during the contending years of the late 1990s and the early 2000s that cost them a shot for a championship. But yet they magically had money for former general manager Bill Bavasi, who was allowed to spend as much money as he wanted, only to lose 100 games with a $100 million payroll in 2008, which speaks true hypocrisy of this organization. With the core the Mariners have right now, time is really running out, as Logan Gilbert, Cal Raleigh, and George Kirby will eventually be due for new contracts in a few years. And if the uncertainty continues, some may end up demanding trades in order to go to a winner or a team that will pay for a new contract. With so many years of club control the Mariners have on these guys, the time is now to spend money to get to the World Series before it's too late. Otherwise, we will end up experiencing what happened after 1995 and 2001, when the Mariners refused to add significant payroll to get necessary talent. But will the ownership actually spend the money? Probably not. And sadly, the fans that do criticize the ownership are only the minority, and the majority of Mariner fans seem to be content with the mediocrity since 1995 and 2001 is enough to dwell on to not challenge the ownership. And we may have to accept that unless John Stanton sells the team to a better owner. But Mariners are obsessed with fan favorites and clubhouse guys, aka guys who lead the game. Yeah, well, Eugenio Suarez is gone anyway. And also, I'll be back. I got to eat some dinner because I'm hungry, so I'll be back. Until then, enjoy the view of my studio. I am back. It was just a quick crab meat kind of thing. So good. Was painful watching those three strike out in key situations over and over last year. Smart to move on from them, ensuring that they replace them. They're not going to replace them. They're not going to replace them. They don't even know who Cody Bellinger or Blake Snell is. I think they're going to tank. They're just going to tank. The team they have right now, that is maybe a 75-win team at best. They are not going to cross 80 wins with that team. I put my money on that. Like, if there's a bet where do Mariners win more than 81 games, I'm going to say, hell no. Not a chance in the world. Three shots and 3 beers in, starting to get optimistic. Oh, Jay Trident, what are you doing to yourself? Dumping Suarez, Kelnick, Teo was assuming they replaced them. If they don't, I don't even know what to say about this team. Then we're the A's. Yeah, pretty much. I already have futures out for Los Angeles Angels over the next 100 losses. Yeah, absolutely. And the worst part of the whole Ohtani thing, I really think the Ohtani deal for the Dodgers really made it pointless for the Mariners to get rid of Teo, Eugenio Suarez, and Kelnick, because they could have used that money to easily cover the $2 million a year that they're paying Ohtani for the 10 years. And after the contract, yeah, then Dodgers will be on the hook to pay for the rest of it. But at least by that time, let's say the Mariners probably would have won at least one World Series out of it. And knowing the highs of Mariner fans, they would have been willing to dwell on that while eating up Shohei Ohtani's contract. Yeah, Mike Trout has back problems and can say that those back problems are contributed by his many years of carrying the Angels. Poor guy. You just got to feel bad for the guy. That Mike Trout has literally got nothing. Let's take a look at Mike Trout. Yeah, he's been having injury problems. 2021, he was out for most of the season. So his injuries have been issues since he turned 29 years old. Poor guy. He did make the All-Star team, but and now looks like, are we back from the break? Looks like we are, and looks like they're about to kick away. And Seahawks, fortunately, do get the ball back. Hopefully, Geno Smith is going to play this time, because I know I don't like Geno Smith, but better Geno Smith than Drew Lock. When Mike Trout retires, I'll get another futures bet for Los Angeles Angels over 110 losses. Wow. Troy Aikman talking about it. Let's see what he says.
Philadelphia do it a couple of times there in that first half. They've not been able to get any big chunk plays down the field, and that's an area where Philadelphia had been giving up some big plays, and yet
we got Daddy Dennis. How's it going? Looks like you're new to this channel. Welcome aboard. And now here we go, and here we go. And we're going to do the second half. Got one person from Twitter, 4 people from YouTube, 1 from Twitch. I better put my link on there. Gonna tell everyone that it's doing second half. And now here is Drew Lock. Oh, God. Okay, this is over. And now here's Drew Lock to pass to Kenneth Walker. Gets a nice one, and he gets some yardage on that one, and he goes about 8 or 9 yards on that. Good run by Kenneth Walker. And now here's Kenneth Walker going for the big run, not for a big run, and that's going to be a first down. Thanks. Needing a Seahawks touchdown in my life. I know, right? It seems like it never happens. That would almost be worse if they put in Geno now. So they threw away a first half to Lock because why? So it's Lock. We're going to need some luck or divine intervention. Not going to happen. Like, if you're going for a high draft pick, Drew Lock is your guy. Here's a 1st and 10, and here is Kenneth Walker again. They're giving it to him, and he's still running. He's still breaking some tackles, gets at least 7 or 8 yards on that. Now let's get some passing going. Let's give it to Drew Lock. No, let's give it to DK Metcalf, please. But yeah, Kenneth Walker, he's been finding some holes. At least not being like Trent Richardson, I must say. And now here is a 2nd and 3. And here's Drew Lock going to pass. And here is the pass to Kenneth Walker. And he's still standing up. And he's still running. And he's still going. And that's going to be a first down and more. He nearly lost yards and actually got yards out of it. And now it's a 1st and 10. Yeah, it's been a bit tough. Hot take. It's time for the Hawks to get a new uniform. Very hot take. Let's not do that. No. Keep it the way it is. I love these jerseys. Don't do that to me, Gamer 11. Looks like DK Metcalf was wide open, too. And now here's a 1st and 10. And he hands it off to Zach Charbonnet. He's going to get some run. And they are actually running the ball pretty aggressively well. Surprisingly so. And that's a score still. 127 to 120.9. And we're looking at a 2nd and 4. Zach Charbonnet through week 14. And we're looking at a 2nd and 4. And now here's Zach Charbonnet. He gets the ball, and he's going to get some more, and he gets it for the first down. And looks like they are driving the ball with the running game. But come on, give it to DK Metcalf! I need to win in fantasy football. I'm down by 6 points. Just give me a touchdown, please. And now we got a 1st and 10. Seahawks are 6 and 7. Eagles are 10 and 3. Eagles trying to fight for that top seed, while the Seahawks are trying to just fight for their lives. And now here's 1st and 10. Gives it to Bobo, and he gets a little bit of a run. That's going to be maybe at least a few yards, maybe 3 or 4 yards on that play. Nah, still worth trying. We're not in tank territory. Easy schedule. Okay. Okay, how about next season? If the quarterback class is deep next season, then should we tank? That's a thing, but they got to get some kind of a quarterback, or at least, because I don't think Penix is going to drop, or Bo Nix. And now we're looking at 2nd and 6. And now here is to Kenneth Walker. No, not to Kenneth Walker. That gives it to number 87, Noah Fant. not giving it to DK Metcalf, which is not helping my team one freaking bit. And now we're looking at a 3rd and 1. Gives it to Kenneth Walker, and he's got it. He's still going, and he is still running down to the 10, the 5. Touchdown Seahawks! And now it is 10-9. What an amazing run by Kenneth Walker. That just gave me more than a cup of coffee or energy drink. Kenneth Walker with a 23-yard touchdown. And now pending the PAT, this game will be tied, and the Seahawks are back into it. Great run by Kenneth Walker. And that gives me a good source of clips, I would say. Kenneth Walker, he just, with those beautiful moves, the moves I've been seeing in 2022. And Drew Lock was even out there to get the block. And now here's Jason Myers. The kick is up, and it's good. Let's do it. Let's keep it going. Touchdown. And just for you, Seahawks, I got to do this to you. All right, I'll play this commercial right now.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And if you're looking for those kind of services, man, I gotta find it. Okay, I can't find it. Great. I can't even find the starred version of this. Oh, well. But yeah, give that guy a call when you can, if you saw that ad. Unless there's some prodigy, 1 and 2, tanking isn't worth it. Wow. They shouldn't tank. I think that's the part of why because they never really tanked. Last time Seahawks had a quote tanking season was when they were 2-14 or 4-12 in 2008, 2-14 in 1992 when they had absolutely no quarterback. I will say that. And now here's Jalen Hurts. We're looking at a 1st and 10. And hopefully they don't give the ball to A.J. Brown, which would absolutely be devastating. Just to think, if I put in freaking not Najee Harris, I'd be winning by 7 points. Now here's the 1st and 10 for Jalen Hurts, and here's the pass, and that is caught by, and yep, Mike Jackson gave him a nice little hit. That was intended for Smith. And they didn't make the playoffs for 7 years after 92. Yeah, with that Rick Meyer experiment, which was an absolute disaster for the Seahawks. And now here is a 2nd and 1. And now here is Jalen Hurts with a fake, and he gives the tight end, but that is going to be short. That's going to be a 3rd and 1. Yep, it was Rick Meyer, John Freeze, Warren Moon. Didn't make the playoffs until Mike Holmgren joined the team as the coach in 1999 when John Kitna was the quarterback. And also, fun fact, Seahawks haven't won a game in Green Bay since 1999, literally. And looks like they're going for another quarterback sneak. You better be ready for it. And now it's a fake, and that is going to be a 1st down for Swift, and that's going to be a flag right there. Wonder if there was a false start on this one. Wonder what they're going to say on this. Indication against Seattle. Hands to the face defense. Hey, Hannah, I was wondering if I can ask you something. Would you be a moderator for my show someday to like remind people to donate and stuff like that? And now here's a 1st and 10. I'm looking for someone to do that. And here's Jalen Hurts. He is going to run. He's going for a big run. He's going to get a 1st down. He's got some feet. They were probably tanking for Bledsoe, I bet. Actually, not true. They were actually tanking for Rick Meyer because Seahawks actually wanted Rick Meyer over Drew Bledsoe. So if the Seahawks got the number 1 pick, they would have gotten Rick Meyer over Drew Bledsoe anyway, because they thought Rick Meyer was the guy just because he was from Notre Dame. And here's the 1st and 10, and there's the running back. And man, the Seahawks defense is just getting carved up right now. Yep, they wanted Rick Meyer because Bill Walsh said that Rick Meyer was the next Joe Montana. And it honestly baffles me that Manchester United won the Carabao Cup last season. Oh, didn't know that. And now here's 2nd and 4 for Jalen Hurts. This really does hurt. And now here's Jalen Hurts looking to pass, and here is a nice dump off. Nope, not a nice dump off at all. And they just lost yards on that. And that's going to be a 3rd down and long. And hopefully Jalen doesn't get anything done. So the Seahawks can get the ball back and take the lead. The Seahawks win this game. Avoid Seattle at all costs for your own safety. Yep, they really picked that up. They impossible to stop 3rd and less than 2. Yep, it really is. So don't get them on a 3rd and 2. Get them like on a 3rd and long or a 3rd and mid. And now here's a 3rd and 9. So it's not a 3rd and long. I lied. 3rd and 9, but you still got to watch for Jalen Hurts' arm. And here's Jalen Hurts going to pass. And here is the pass. And that's going to be caught by A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown made the catch. It's going to hurt my team. Now I'm down by 9 points. DK Metcalf, where are you? I always figured they settled for Meyer because Bledsoe was off the board. I'm being the local guy. Yep. And Bledsoe did great for the Patriots. Led up to the Tom Brady era eventually. And now looks like, knowing what's going on with the Patriots, looks like Tom Brady really was the GOAT. They really thought it was all Belichick, but now it's Tom Brady. Belichick has had no luck with any other quarterbacks ever since. I think the only other quarterbacks that did go above 500 with Bill Belichick were Mac Jones and Matt Castle. 2nd and 13. And the clock is going down, and here's Jalen Hurts, got plenty of time, and that's going to be caught, and that's going to be down to like the third. And you can tell that the Seahawks are really desperate to not give the Eagles any kind of breathing room to get to their first down on third down. Rex Ryan roasting Belichick was hilarious. Don't forget Vinny Testaverde. That was when Vinny Testaverde of the Cleveland Browns. And it's kind of funny that Belichick kind of coach him again with the New York Jets. And here's a 3rd and 3, and looks like Jalen Hurts is going to pass that, and that goes to number 6, and that's going to be a first down. Eagles are answering immediately. Yep, it was Vinny Testaverde of the 1994 Cleveland Browns when they went 11-5 and went to the divisional round only to lose to the Steelers. And ironically, Bill Belichick beat the Patriots. And now here's a 1st and goal, and now gives it to the running back, and looks like he has room, and he is down to the 1. And might as well say that this is going to be an Eagles touchdown on this, especially when there's not much breathing room at all for the Seahawks on the defensive side. Can't believe my Bears chokes against your Browns. Yep. Right there. 2nd and goal, and if I'm Jalen Hurts, just dive it in there, which he's tried to do, and he gets in there for the touchdown. Great quarterback sneak by Jalen Hurts, and now the Eagles are up 16-10, pending the PAT. It will be 17-10. Another rushing touchdown by Jalen Hurts. Browns to the Super Bowl, baby? No, because we don't have a quarterback unless it's Joe Flacco. This game absolutely hurts every bit of it. I have games playing everywhere on my phones. Eagles scoring drive. It was 75 yards, 12 plays, 5 minutes and 30 seconds, which took a lot of time off. Joe the GOAT. Yep, Joe Flacco. He claims to be the best quarterback in the NFL back at the time. He helped win the Super Bowl for the Baltimore Ravens, including beating the Denver Broncos in the divisional round with his huge pass over to Jacoby Jones, which tied the game, and then the Ravens won that game. Ravens had a great defense that season. It was back in the 2012 season. And some tell me that the Seahawks made the Super Bowl that season. I don't think they would have beaten the Ravens. I think they would have lost to Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco was a slightly above average quarterback. And now it's 17-10. And now, time to go back to my favorite part of this game.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Trump really spoke highly of Joe Flacco. That's funny. But yes, that would be a heck of a story if he got the Browns to the Super Bowl. He has the team. Yep, he has good defense. He's got solid running games, got some receivers. Why not? Like, I would love to see Joe Flacco lead the way to the Super Bowl because I hate every bit of Deshaun Watson. That guy drives me nuts. I don't like Deshaun Watson at all. But at some point, I would definitely love to cover a Cleveland Browns game. I'm going to check my schedule and see if there's any Cleveland Browns games available. I'm not going to be able to do the game on Thursday because hashtag don't quit your day job, unfortunately. Oh, that's the 28th. So 28th may be a possibility. I don't know. Can't bank on it for sure. Next game is going to be Christmas Eve against the Texans. I actually might do that. I think I want to do that game, but then there's also the Tennessee Titans game. So I have to pick and choose. I absolutely despise their midfield logo, the Browns. They are such a likable team. Of course, the Browns are a likable team. They've been a likable team, but when it's Deshaun Watson, they're a very unlikable team. But they have an amazing defense. They should have beat the Seahawks, though. And then Joe Flacco, way better quarterback. He's probably already one of the best quarterbacks in Browns history already. I mean, other quarterbacks you could name, Tim Couch, Derek Anderson, Week 1, Jeff Garcia, Baker Mayfield, Brian Hoyer. That's all you can name. And if you remember any good Browns starting quarterbacks after Bernie Kosar and Vinny Testaverde, put it in the comments of which other quarterbacks that you do remember from the Cleveland Browns that were any good. I mean, 1999, it started with Tim Couch, Johnny Football. Johnny Football was a joke. I knew he was going to fail. Like this was like literally all I needed to know that he was going to fail because he just thought so highly of himself. And now here is a 1st and 10 for the Seahawks. I almost said Browns. Here's Drew Lock. Hate him. And now here's Lock looking to pass. And he's going to go for the big one. He's going for the big one. And that's going to be way overthrown. Was ball intended for Tyler Lockett. Yeah, Couch was good. And don't forget, he threw 2 amazing Hail Mary passes. One in 1999 to give the Browns their first win in their history since 1999 against the New Orleans Saints. And then another insane wild Hail Mary, which was even more insane against the Jacksonville Jaguars in 2002. And then Tim Couch pretty much disappeared after that. Some would question if there was any kind of a pass interference. I would question that. But Drew Lock is just absolute ass. And now here's a 2nd and 10. Gives it to Kenneth Walker. He's trying to get anything going and only gets like 1 yard out of it. And now it's going to be a 3rd and 9. I mean, Tim Couch was like, he's one of the only 2 quarterbacks in Cleveland Browns history since 1999 to lead them into the playoffs. Some would say it was Kelly Holcomb, but no, I'd say it was all Tim Couch. I missed that. I didn't even get to watch that team, but I think I really wish Tim Couch really did work out, but unfortunately it just didn't work out at all. We're looking at a 3rd and 9. Better give it to DK Metcalf, and he looks like he is looking at. Nope, he's gonna get sacked. Drew Lock just absolutely just gets sacked on that one. That was freaking hilarious because Drew Lock's a joke. Didn't even look to pass at all. Like when you have DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, and 3 tight ends, you should easily make some kind of a pass. He could have had a Bledsoe type career in the right situation. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Just like Ryan Leaf, he should have had a Bledsoe type career, but the guy just had 0, and I mean 0. Must I say it again? 0 work ethic. This is not good. Drew Lock. Boo. This is not fun at all. Leaf had so much raw talent. So much talent. He had an amazing freaking arm. He was heavily athletic. His highlights are insane. Yeah, from the Cougar days. Yeah. Ryan Leaf was quite a guy, but then completely messed up once he got to San Diego. Don't forget the "don't talk to me, all right? Knock it off." Absolutely pathetic, just like Desmond Ritter. Man, Desmond Ritter. Desmond Ritter. He was in the 2022 NFL draft. Yeah, he's definitely not the guy for the future. Sorry, but if Geno's capable of standing up, he needs to be in there now. This is really it for the season. It's like, what are they doing? Are they like tanking for the rest of the season? What? The thing is, you're very much in this game. The Seahawks are in this game, but looks like they have no interest. What are your thoughts on Russ right now, Rooftop? I mean, he's having a much better season than he did last season, but the Broncos are still falling apart. So it's not like anyone really won that trade at this point anymore. But the Broncos, they're still 7-7, so they still have a really good shot for the playoffs, playing a lot better than Geno Smith. 24 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. I guess Nathaniel Hackett, it really proves that coaching is very important. Please stop Jalen Hurts. If he gets 7 more points, I lose. Sorry, Liam, buddy. Why don't you just take it out on it on the freaking live show, which you ain't doing. And now here is Jalen Hurts. And he gives it to the running back and already 2 yards. Why is Drew Lock even still playing? Like, I really hate everything about Drew Lock. He really shouldn't be in the NFL. Put his ass in the XFL. Like, this is it. This is the season. He's cleared to play. What are they doing? Yeah, what do you got to lose? Put in Geno Smith. You know what? Let's do the hashtag. I'm going to put out the hashtag. We want Geno. I'm gonna text my friend Chad about it too. It looks like we're down to the 2-minute warning in the third quarter. Great. I'm gonna text my buddy Chad right now. But putting in Geno now would be admitting that Pete made a mistake. I'd rather have Ben DiNucci. I don't even know who that is. Did anyone notice that Locke got fat? Yeah, probably. He plays like a fat one. Atlanta has to have the absolute worst quarterback room in the NFL. Yeah, probably. Putting it on my Twitter, free Geno Smith. On a baseball note, when's this new A-Rod video coming out? You're excited? Sometime this week. I was looking at either Wednesday or Friday. Just depends. I just got to get the editing done. And now here is a 2nd and 8. And thank you for asking too, Gamer11. It's coming. 2nd and 8. And it looks like there's a flag. Looks like a false start. Actually, as of now, the Seahawks have the worst quarterback in the NFL. Locke would be the worst starting quarterback this week, I think. Yeah. I need something to cheer me up about the Mariners. This video is not going to cheer you up at all. I'm doing God's work, huh? I appreciate that. They lost to the Carolina Panthers. It's already over for them. Yeah, for the Atlanta Falcons. Yeah, like Desmond Ryder. He's bad. He's bad. Now here's a 2nd and 13. Here's Jalen Hurts. So much time to pass. It's not even funny. And now he's just going to run it. And that's going to be a 2nd and about maybe a 3rd and 6, maybe. But we got to get a stop on this one. Just please get any stop to give the Seahawks any hope. And can we please put in Geno Smith? They lost the... Yeah, we know that. Lane Johnson, 88-31 career offensive snaps at the right tackle. Now it's 3rd and 8. And at this point, I'm not even going to put in my fantasy score anymore because they're not going to give it to Drew Lock. And now here is Jalen Hurts. He's going for the big pass, and that's going to be incomplete. That ball was intended for A.J. Brown, and looks like, hopefully, the Eagles will punt the ball. Is the sentiment similar to the sentiment in our comment combos about him? Elaborate on that, Gamer 11. And I wonder what they're reviewing on this one. Looks like a possible face mask, maybe. Nope, they're going to punt the ball. And that maybe there was a chance for a block punt on this one. And here's DJ Dallas. Doesn't do the fair catch. And he's running and he gets tripped up. And now it's going to be down to the 30-yard line on the Seahawks' own territory. And also, I know I've said it. And as we get close to this 4th quarter, donate to this channel when you get the opportunity. Would really help this channel every step of the way. Also at 1221 subscribers, help me get to 1222 or anything more. I do think the Mariners will get someone, but will be underwhelming. Maybe Snell, no expensive bats. Yeah. That would not be good. But if you can get Blake Snell, then maybe you can trade away like a Brian Wu or a Bryce Miller. Now, the thing is, now add it in the comments, you guys. Does anyone think that Bryce Miller or Brian Wu have superstar potential? I think Bryce Miller would have the most superstar potential out of 2 of them. Brian Wu does have injury issues that he did deal with, which is why his draft stocks really tanked. Bryce Miller has a very special, he's a very special player. Let me see where Bryce Miller was even drafted. But yeah, Bryce Miller he was fantastic last season. We had a 4.32 ERA, unfortunately. Bryce Miller was selected in the 4th round in the 2021 MLB draft. He did struggle earlier in the 2023 season, but then all of a sudden he got promoted against Oakland A's. He taking a perfect game into the 6th inning. That was Bryce Miller. I see a ceiling as a 2.5 to 3 WAR pitcher. I really hope Geno Smith is playing. Because if he's not playing, yeah, I would like A.J. Brown to get thrown out for that. I see what he's doing. He ain't getting thrown out, unfortunately. Bad for the TV ratings, I guess. A little bit of a trash talk was going on between them. And who's this? Dom DeStiandro, advisor to the GM. And now I think we got Drew Lock. I thought that was Gino for a second, and gets Kenneth Walker. He breaks tackle and he's still running. He still got at least 6 yards on that. Nearly lost some yards. Come on, where's Geno Smith? Get Geno in. I'd rather have a broken one-legged Geno Smith than a full-bodied Drew Lock. But yeah, Kenneth Walker, he escaped tackles. He's been making really good plays. Drew Lock actually getting out there to do the blocking. His blocking's been more effective than his throws itself, unfortunately. Kenneth Walker has now 61 yards, including a touchdown. And we're looking at a 2nd and 3. Man in motion is Parkinson. And here is Kenneth Walker again. And he gets out there. He breaks free. And that's going to go all the way up to the 50. If they don't get Snell, they won't get anyone of decent value. Teams get pitchers because they are cheap. Rangers got hitters, and you see the results. Yup. And they also got insanely lucky with Adolis Garcia, too. Kenneth Walker's been looking really good. I heard they're really on Soler. If that was by John Morosi, it's not true. It's fake news. John Morosi has become the new CNN of baseball coverage. I think he'd make a great employee for Elliot Carver's company from James Bond, from Tomorrow Never Dies. Has anyone seen Tomorrow Never Dies by Pierce Brosnan? End of the 3rd quarter. We are going into the 4th quarter. It is now crunch time. Here we go. It was from a Cuban reporter. But here's the thing. It's going to be fake news. It's not going to happen. John Stanton's not going to let it happen because he's, quote, too expensive. Oh, but let's invest a crap ton of money on Root Sports, right? Let's do that. Yep. Let's do that. Fantastic. I need a break.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
You had a horrible nightmare the other night? Okay. It's amazing we're still in this. It's like we have to scrap and claw, make sure Locke does absolutely nothing, pretty much. My high school buddy called me last night telling me that Julio's been traded to the Red Sox. Then I woke up. Luckily, I hope the Mariners got a big haul out of that. Better be like first-round picks and their best prospects. And Yoshida. Seahawks have to be one of the easiest remaining. Yeah. And they're still going to screw it up. And we are back from the break. It is now 1st and 10. And now here's Drew Lock again. And it's going to be a 1st and 10. And he hands it to Kenneth Walker. That's all they can capably do is just run the ball. And he gets 8 yards on that one. Hopefully it doesn't come true. Stanton's evolving into Bob Nutting. Well, yeah, Bob Nutting, yeah. Root Sports commercials and Mariners promos are always very, very cringe. I always knew they were bad news. Yeah, here's the thing I'm going to try to do. With the disaster stuff that Root Sports is having, I'm going to try to take advantage and try to encourage all the fans to try to get to me to watch my coverage of Mariners baseball. At least I speak the truth. And now here's a 2nd and 1. And now here's Drew Lock, gives it to Kenneth Walker, and he gets the first down. But can we please give it to DK Metcalf? I just need to get anything. Get me a 30-yard touchdown and I will win this. Ah. And now here's 1st and 10. 13:38 left in this game. And now here's Drew Lock. He fakes it to Kenneth Walker. Here's the pass. Gives it to Will Dissly, and he gets at least 5 yards out of it. Ladies and gentlemen, Drew Lock just completed a pass. Hey. 2nd and 6. Stanton ruined Felix's Hall of Fame thing. The guy can't spend money nor write a speech. What? I really want to see what the speech was. And he got booed a lot, right? Gamer 11. Now here's 2nd and 6. Metcalf really needs to get some kind of receptions going, but looks like he's just not getting open. And now here's Drew Lock. He's going to pass, getting overwhelmed. And here's the pass right to Tyler Lockett. And he still cannot even get the first down. Yeah, let's give it to Kenneth Walker, right? Baltimore isn't winning a single game in their remaining schedule. At San Francisco versus Miami versus Pittsburgh. They'll win the Pittsburgh game at least. And I think they can still beat the Miami Dolphins. And we're looking at a 3rd and 1. Obviously, they're going to give it to Kenneth Walker, but the Eagles already know that. Here's 3rd and 1. And gives it to Kenneth Walker. And he immediately gets met. And that's going to be a 4th down. And going to have to hit that field goal. Because you're not going to burn a timeout to try to get them to jump. Makes no sense to do that. He dried up everyone's tears quickly. Like, what in the world did he actually say? Like, I'm actually curious what John Stanton actually said. And now we're looking at 4th and 2. And looks like they're going for it. I would think that they're going to just try to... Yep, they're going to call a timeout. They try to get them to jump, and it didn't happen, so they just wasted the timeout for nothing. Drew Lock really is an idiot. What if the Seahawks actually lost out? That would actually be funny. I would feel it too. His grammar was bad and was fumbling through his speech. Now I really want to see this. I really want to see this. John Stanton Felix speech. I guess I will watch it real soon. DK Metcalf, only 1 reception for 8 yards today. I wonder if they'll even give him the ball. And they're going for it on 4th down. Take the 3 points. What are you doing? Now here's Drew Lock, already overwhelmed, and that is incomplete. And, looks like a flag went out, so it looks like that's going to be a pass interference. Will that be? If that's the case, Seahawks really caught a break. And the coach is saying, no way. We're going to find out what it is. Pass interference on the defense. Wow. Seahawks caught a break again. I don't know if you want to watch it, Rooftop. It's depressing. I'll watch it. I'll give it a watch. maybe it's a good time to do a reaction video on John Stanton's speech on Felix Hernandez. Gave me a video idea, so kudos to you, Gamer11. I will torture myself for the sake of the content. And now here's a 1st and 10. If you could just give it to DK Metcalf, please. And now here is giving it to Kenneth Walker, and he bounced himself out, and he's going to lose yards on this one. Yep. Drew Lock, you fucking idiot. And that's 2nd and 14. He lost 4 yards on that one. I didn't want to watch it. It was as pathetic as the club is. Nice. And now we're looking at 2nd and 14. And now here's Drew Lock. Gives it to DK Metcalf. He gave it to DK Metcalf. Woo! How much does that make a difference on my fantasy? That now I'm down by 6. Just by that, I got 3 points. Give it to DK. Let's go. Connection's fairly good. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging into your router. Yeah, I already did that. Don't have to freaking remind me. And now here's a 3rd and 2. And now here's Drew Lock. He's, getting met and sacked just like that. Absolutely no protection. I wonder if, wow, everyone got squished on that play. You got to hit the field goal. You're not going to, no. Don't even bother. And there was absolutely no protection for Drew Lock. Like, it was like, Kenneth Walker, what were you doing? Wow. Just absolutely pathetic. They're not going for it on 4th down again, are they? Are they going to try to burn the clock again and try to get them to jump? Is that what it's about? Yep, that's what they're going to do, aren't they? Yep, and they're going to run the play. This is not going to go well. And what do we got here? They're not even throwing a flag or anything. Or they just call a timeout? Or are they reviewing something? No, he was already down. Oh, looks like they're trying to review if he was down. And, yep, I think he was down. Yep, that's what they're trying to do. Yep, he's down. Should have ran the play faster, idiots. And they are reviewing that. It looks like it was a flag was thrown. They're challenging it. Pretty late challenge, if you ask me. So the Seahawks, on top of that, they also wasted a timeout. And there is a challenge. And, yep, they're going to have to just take the 3 points. There's no way they can go for it on 4th down. Would make absolutely no sense. Take the 3 points. Play some good defense if you can. And get Geno Smith in there. Yep, Jason Myers is going to go for the field goal. As he freaking should. We're looking at a 4th and 9. 83% field goal percentage on a 43-yard attempt. He's got to get this. If we don't get this, you might as well call this the game. Blessing in disguise, Locke would have not converted. Yeah, you're right. They wasted so much time having Drew Lock. I knew he was going to be garbage. He was a failed quarterback in Denver. And they're like, oh, well, he didn't have much opportunity. Oh, all I'm hearing is excuses. Oh, Pete Carroll is calling for his timeout back, and the ref is saying, too bad. And Pete Carroll's like, wait, what the hell? So he's not going to get the timeout back, unfortunately. Refs are not giving it to him. And now here is Jason Myers, the kick, and that is right through the uprights, and that is good. And now it is 17-13 Eagles, and hopefully the Seahawks defense can hold up. Jason Myers with the field goal, but Pete Carroll, he is still arguing to get that timeout back. We'll be right back.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We're proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
All right. What did I miss here? It's object insanity that we are only down by 4. This has to be the most meek nothing performance I've seen from the Seahawks. Yeah, it's absolute insanity that the Seahawks are somehow still in this. Like, it's a freaking miracle. The fact that the Seahawks are still in this with Drew Lock is an absolute miracle. It really is insane. And now Jason Myers is going for the kick. And hopefully the Seahawks defense can make a stop so they can get the ball back. And now here's the kick by Jason Myers. And that is going right into the end zone for the touchback. And they'll be on their 25. NFL playoffs. Monday, the wild card on January 15th, and divisional. Oh, wild cards on the 5th, Monday the 15th. Sign me up. I'll cover a wild card game on the 15th. Absolutely. And now here's Jalen Hurts, gives it to. Wow. They gave it to freaking AJ Brown. I would be obliterating this guy if I did my lineups correctly, which I didn't. So I pretty much have choked this. Well, it's 17-13, so I might as well see what this guy's up to. They've literally done nothing. Locke has just stood there. He's a statue, basically. And here is a 1st and 10. Here's Jalen Hurts, gives it to the running back. and gets at least a few yards on that. So that's going to be about a 2nd and 7. Seahawks really do need a really big play over here. Like a pick 6 would be really nice. Fumbles, anything. But if one, that's not going to happen because Seahawks running defense isn't getting to Jalen Hurts. And Seahawks don't have a secondary, so considering that Witherspoon is out. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 5. And now it's Jalen Hurts. He's going to pass. And now here is the pass. And that is caught. And that's going to be a first down already. Like, if you can just hold this to a field goal, I would be very ecstatic. And you haven't even gotten a sack on Jalen Hurts. He's been untouched throughout this entire game, with the exception of his running, where he's been tackled, I guess. Secondary is just missing assignments left and right. And now here's 1st and 10. Got A.J. Brown on that side. He is not looking his direction, thankfully, and he is going for the big pass right downfield, and that's going to be intercepted! Intercepted by the Seahawks! And they are going to be at their 25! Jalen Hurts threw an interception. He took the shot, and it didn't work, and the Seahawks have the ball back! I did ask for an interception, did I? I got a heart attack for that. INT. Wow. It's like I don't know what to say on this. An interception by Love. It was a big pass. I was like, man, this is over, isn't it? Oh, interception. I did ask for a defensive takeaway, didn't I? Yes! Yes! That was picked off. Big time. And just for that, this is just for you, Seahawks. For the big pass right downfield, and that's going to be intercepted. Yep, I just had to play that on my own phone. Let's freaking go. No, Winston, stop it. Take that back. Don't jinx it, man. Well, Seahawks aren't going to make the Super Bowl. Let's just be honest. The Browns are more likely to make it to the Super Bowl. Let's be freaking honest. Well, let's one. I'm gonna put the stars. Interception. Jalen Hurts. Kenneth Walker. Jalen Hurts. And somehow Seahawks are still gonna mess this up, aren't they? Because we have Drew Lock as our quarterback. Not looking forward to that. But if the Seahawks lose this game, just throw the season. I wonder if they're reviewing for like a possible Oh, no. Oh, no. They're reviewing for a... Oh, they no pass interference on that sucker. And now here is to Kenneth Walker, and he gets at least 3 yards. Wow, there was a case for a pass interference. If anything, the refs have very much been on the Seahawks side. They got away with a PI. They definitely got away with that. And now we're looking at a 2nd and 7. And now he hands it to Kenneth Walker again, and he gets at least a yard on that. Can you just give it to DK Metcalf, please? I need something. Give me something. I'm down by 8. Give it to DK. 3rd and 5. If they don't get anything on this, this is going to be absolutely embarrassing. 3rd and 5. Just give it to Noah Fant or anything. Just any easy pass. A screen pass, I'm even okay with that. Don't just keep running the ball. That's what makes you very predictable. And 3rd and 5, I don't think they're going to run on this one. Here's Tyler Lockett and the man in motion. And now here's Drew Lock. He's going to pass, got some time, and that's going to be incomplete, nearly picked off. And now it's going to be a 4th down and 5. Just like that, it was a 3 and out after the interception. The interception for absolutely nothing. In any case of an pass interference, like I don't know. I guess that's just going to be an offsetting call. But either way, Tyler Lockett really should have caught that. Now it's going to be a punt again. Like, if you're going to have Drew Lock as your quarterback for the rest of the season, like, there's just no point of just trying to weasel into the playoffs. And looks like that's a little bit of somewhat of a return, too. Well, Jalen Hurts, he won't be doing that again. I don't think he'll be going for that big pass again. Now here's a 1st and 10. And now here it is. And that's going to be at least a few yards. Second and 7. Jalen Hurts is going to pass on this one because there's no running back right next to him. So Seahawks are playing on a little bit of a deep coverage. Now here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to run, and nice job. But still doesn't get the 1st down. So that's going to be about a 3rd and 2. If I were you, maybe Seahawks should go for that complete all-out blitz. Every single one of you just go, whee! Quarterbacks today, they're about playing the same. Jalen Hurts is 17 of 28, 143 yards, 1 interception, but 60 yards of running to make up for it. Drew Lock is absolute an ass. And do they even get anything? Yep, they get in for the 1st down. Yep, they were able to push Jalen Hurts through so easily. And now here is a 1st and 10. And the running back, wow, he really broke that kind of speed. And he gets it, and he slipped. But it's going to be another 1st down. No, I don't think. Yeah, the Seahawks need an absolute big play, but what's going to be the point? if they get the interception, Drew Lock's going to do absolutely garbage. First and 10. You're 17 seconds away from throwing your phone through the wall. Why? You're not even a Seahawks fan, Hannah. DeAndre Swift with 16 rushes for 71 yards. First and 10. And that's going to be another run. And still, the guys can't even tackle, can they? Absolutely no tackle on that. At this point, I could care less about the fantasy. I pretty much lost. I will say it's been Murphy's Law. Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong. Geno Smith, great game. Geno's out. Defense shows up. Yep. Defense has actually been pretty decent considering that Drew Lock's been absolutely been doing nothing. And Swift gets nothing on that. My fantasy football app decided to crash free, sign me out, and not let me back in to check. Yep. That sounds about right. Third and 7. Eagles are 9 and 15 on thirds. If they can get the stop on this one, and Jalen Hurts is going to pass, so you better be ready. At least got to get someone to spy. And now here's Jalen Hurts. He looks like he's running, and he's getting overwhelmed a little bit. And now here is Jalen Hurts. He's still kind of running, and here is the pass, and that is that picked? Nope, that's incomplete, but 4th and 7. If I were the Eagles, go for it. What do you got to lose? It's not like Drew Lock's going to do shit anyway. Like, just go for it. Drew Lock is not going to do anything anyway. But yeah, Jalen Hurts, his legs really saved him. Otherwise, he would have been sacked for sure. Oh, they're going for the punt. They're not going for it on 4th down. That's going to bite them in the butt. Unless... Oh, nope. It's not going to bite them in the butt because now you're in your own 8. Yep. Drew Lock's not going to do anything. Can we please get Geno Smith out in the field, please? Drew Lock is not capable of a full field touchdown drive. Simply not going to happen, so this doesn't matter. LOL, we got a chance to make me eat my words. I don't know. But if I were Drew Lock, at least use the entire time you can. Wow, a minute 52 left. Yep, this is going to go well. Yeah, Drew Lock. They should have cut him last year. They should have drafted a quarterback. They could have gotten DeVito as their backup quarterback. But no, we got to go for Drew Lock because he's good. And he's still the quarterback. Can we please get Geno Smith here? I'd rather have an injured Geno Smith than Drew Lock. And now here's a 1st and 10. I would think, no, I think they're going to pass on this one. And yep, he's going to pass. And he's going to throw. And that is nearly intercepted. At least that would have ended the game quickly. That was intended for Noah Fant. And man, Drew Lock is just, he's absolutely atrocious. Here's 2nd and 10. And now here's Drew Lock. He's getting overwhelmed. And here is the pass. And that is caught by DK Metcalf. And fantasy points. Unless that's considered incomplete. Nope, that is going to be a completed pass. Now I'm just down by 6. If you could just give it to DK Metcalf for the touchdown, I'll be like, oh my God. And here is a 1st and 10. And here's the pass. And that is caught by Noah Fant. And they are moving this ball along. Looks like it's some things are going to happen. I think, I don't know. It's not going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. 2nd down. But yeah, Drew Lock had a nice pass. Finally got to DK Metcalf. That's literally like his 3rd reception of this entire freaking game. 2nd and 5. Here's Drew Lock. And that is still caught by DK Metcalf. Or unless is that a completed pass. That is completed for a 1st down. And DK only 4 points away. And then I will win this game. And the Seahawks might. And now 1st and 10. Yeah, you see that score right there. And they called it incomplete. But a touchdown will give me the ticket to the semifinals. That was nearly picked off too. And did DK maintain control? He did maintain control of that. That's a clutch catch by DK Metcalf. No, you got to give that to him. No, he took the interception away. And DK, the ball doesn't hit the floor. He maintains possession. Yep, they gave it to him. Look how close that is. And now here's a 1st and 10. So dramatic. 1:05 left. 1st and 10. I said that 100 times. And now here's Drew Lock. He's going to pass, and here is a big pass. What was that? Hit the ground. So pathetic. And now we're looking at 2nd and 10. Just give the ball to DK. It's working for you. My hands are absolutely sweating. And where was DK? Was he even open? Kind of. And now here's 2nd and 10. He's got Charbonnet right next to him. Looks like Kenneth Walker might be shaken up. And here's Drew Lock. And here's the pass. And that is incomplete. Dropped by Tyler Lockett. And Tyler Lockett is clearly having a down year. He's just dropping passes left and right. And that was a wide open target and just didn't get through fast enough. Yep, it was barely just deflected. 3rd and 10. And looks like the ball's just not moving quick enough at all. But you got to make a pass. And here's Drew Lock. And here is the pass. And that's going to be... That is caught by DK Metcalf! That's got to be caught. You got to keep it running. And I want... Oh! I won! I won! Oh my God! I just won in fantasy! 131.9 to 131! I cannot even think. And here is a 1st and 10. And here is the pass. And that is incomplete. Did you guys see that? I won by 0.2 because of DK Metcalf. My heart cannot handle this anymore. But I just won by 0.2 points. Oh my God. DK Metcalf made an insane catch. Should have been picked off too. I know the game is still going, but look at my score. I just won. And here is a 2nd and 10. 36 seconds left. Drew Lock is going to pass for sure. And here it is. Got some time. And here's the pass, and it's incomplete. And Tyler Lockett just slipped on that one. And now it's going to be a 3rd and 10. Like, Drew Lock, like, what the hell are you doing? He's like literally the worst quarterback in the NFL. And now here is a 3rd and 10. 33 seconds left. 3 for 4 on 3rd and 10s. And now here's Drew Lock. He's got some time. And here is the big pass. And that's going to be caught by Jake Bobo. Jackson Smith-Jigba. And that's going to be a touchdown, Seahawks. Oh my God. Drew Lock with a big pass to Jackson Smith-Jigba. Only 28 seconds left. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. You gotta be kidding me. And it's now 19-17. Drew Lock with an unbelievable pass to Jackson Smith-Jigba. I thought that was Bobo for a second. Wow. Went to Jackson Smith-Jigba. So not only do I have a chance to win in fantasy, I have a chance for the Seahawks to win. Unless Jalen Hurts gives it to. And that's going to be good. But the problem is, I'm only up by 0.2. And if A.J. Brown even touches the ball once, it's over. Jackson Smith-Jigba barely caught it. I thought it was. I'm gonna censor that. Beep! Drew Lock must be watching us destroy him on the stream. I love this. Drew Lock must be watching us destroy him on his stream and decide to play like an NFL quarterback on this drive. If only. If Jalen Hurts if he throws it to A.J. Brown once, I'm done. Build the statue? No, of course not. Win a Super Bowl off this season and maybe. And now here is the kickoff. And that is going to the end zone. Don't have flashbacks to the 2012 Falcons game? Yeah, I have flashbacks to that. Absolutely. If Brown touches the ball, I'm fucked. And here is Jalen Hurts. He's going for a pass, and he's going for the big one, and that's going to be... Is that caught? That is incomplete! Oh! That is so close! Are you serious? And he went out of bounds! Wow! I just cannot get lucky enough. Okay, just don't give it to A.J. Brown and I will win this game. Not only the Seahawks win, but my fantasy team will win. And now here is a 2nd and 10. And here's Jalen Hurts. He's going to pass, and he's going for a big run, and he's going to keep running, and that's going to be a first down clearly, but the clock keeps running, but Eagles do have a timeout. And yep, they're going to call the timeout, and I think they're going to get one more pass in. I just cannot let A.J. Brown get a freaking catch. This is just insane. My hands are literally sweating. 13 seconds left in this game. Now, if it goes to overtime, I will lose nothing but hope. I'll lose all hope for this game. And for my game, too, in fantasy. And now here is a 1st and 10. I think they're going to maybe... No, all they have to do is just drive the ball. And here's Jalen Hurts. He's looking to pass, and here is the big pass, and that's going to be intercepted! Is that intercepted? Please tell me that's intercepted! That is intercepted! And the Seahawks are going to win this game, and I'm going to win in fantasy football! The game is over! Oh! And the Seahawks win, and not only that, but I won in fantasy! And I'm going to the semifinals, and the Seahawks are going to be 7-7. And that was a beautiful interception. Oh my God. Oh, this is why you love the game of football. Look at that score. 131.9 to 131.7. I think I'm just going to, oh. I think they're now reviewing the interception to make sure he was in bounds, but it's 1 foot. I don't know. My hands are tingling. I have friends that invited me to go to poker, and I told them I'm going to go after the football game, and absolutely I'm going to. Unfortunately, it's on official review. One problem, it looks like we play the bye teams. But one problem, the play is under review, so they're going to get one more shot. Both feet were not down.
Got his left foot down. Let's look at this again, though, and make sure that the toes actually touch the ground. It is close.
Sure looks like it to me.
Yep. We'll try to find the pellets with that little toe tap right in the beginning.
Review. The ruling on the field does stand.
Yes! It stands and the game is over! The Seahawks won, and I won in fantasy, and I'm going to the semifinals for the 2nd straight season. And Seahawks are 7-7, keeping their very slim playoff hopes alive. It feels slim because, but we have the easy schedule at least. Oh, that was fun. Yes, it was, Winston. Now, just don't screw up on the knee, please. And, oh my God. Oh, I feel like I want to cry. Don't screw up the knee. And that is it. The Seattle Seahawks have won the game 7-7. And also, I'm going to the fantasy football semifinals with that score right there. 0.2. Oh my God. I think I'm going to suffer a heart attack. Oh. Here, I got to play a commercial. Give me some rest.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
So I'm going to give my very last seconds of coverage for this game. So the Seattle Seahawks just won the game. They are now 7-7. What an insane game it was. This game started out terrible, especially on the offensive side, where Drew Lock was just terrible. Jalen Hurts was just running the ground. But the defense, they at least somewhat held up. And I'm telling you, they somewhat held up against Jalen Hurts, especially against the pass. Jalen Hurts didn't even get 200 yards on this. Kenneth Walker kept the game going, kept the team into the game with that kind of run. Resilience of that Seahawks defense was amazing. And despite how bad Drew Lock really was, he somehow got it done on the very final drive of the game. Few amazing passes to DK Metcalf, and I think they were all on 3rd and 10s. Then made an insane pass to Jackson Smith-Jigba. In Jigba, I thought it was Jake Bobo. And to score for a touchdown. And then the Seahawks defense barely got it through with an interception. 2 interceptions for Jalen Hurts, by the way. This is easily his worst game of the season. And now the Seahawks are 7-7. Like, us Seahawks fans were like facing like, man, this could be it. Just fold the season. Just let Drew Lock just tank for us. But now 7-7 and very much into the playoffs when you're tied with basically pretty much everyone. And now you're going into Tennessee, who is not playing a really good team, who's not a good team at all. But Seahawks still got to take care of business. And then after that, who else do you got after? I think you got Arizona after that, which is going to make it tough. No, I think it's the Steelers and then Arizona at the very end. So the Seahawks really got to take care of business. Win out. I think if you win out, you pretty much do make the playoffs. But Geno Smith has got to be healthy. But all I can say is DK Metcalf, Seahawks defense, and Jackson Smith and Jigba, they deserve the love, along with Love with 2 interceptions. And Kenneth Walker with an amazing touchdown, amazing runs where he looked like he was going to get tackled and he turned into at least a 10-yard gain somewhere. That's all I can say. Like, I know I'm supposed to like go in-depth analysis, but I don't think my body can take it right now. So Seahawks are in the playoff race. 49ers pretty much may have won the top seed, but not sure. Drew Lock saved the day. Might have saved his backup quarterback job, but I wouldn't bank on that. I still expect Geno Smith to lead the way for the rest of the season, obviously. Drew Lock, it was one lucky game, unfortunately. Very lucky. And I got lucky. Look at my fantasy score. I won by 0.2 because of DK Metcalf. What an amazing game this was for the Seahawks. That's all I got to say. Those are just my quick thoughts. I got to get out of here before I suffer another heart attack. But if you like this video and enjoyed my live stream, which some of you may have missed, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification. And thanks for watching. Thanks for dealing with my attitude. And go Hawks. And how about that? My dream season absolutely continues. Winston said most of fun I had watching it came while the great stream. Thank you, Winston. I really do appreciate it. My dream season still continues. It's just absolutely insane. And now I gotta go. I'm gonna end this show. I'm gonna edit out my last few of this to just post out a video. But have a good night, everyone. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate the viewership you gave me, all the comments. But that's it, man. And everyone and woman. I'm going to sign off. Hopefully I see you guys this Sunday for the Seahawks-Titans game. Who knows? I'll keep you guys updated. And everyone, have a fantastic night.